that one right now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
What up, bitches? Yeah.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys?
Podcast in the woods.
Podcast in the woods.
Joey.
It's only been a miracle in the making.
Yeah, like
How many hours?
we went from opening the box to recording in 5 hours.
Yeah, it was nice to watch you stress.
I wonder if that's a record of something.
I loved it because y'all were like just sitting here chilling and smoking dope, and I'm over there losing my fucking mind. I was just, fuck, bro.
But to be fair, you also didn't have to carry the TV down 2 flights of steps.
Yep.
That was
bullshit.
No, hey, and what'd you think about that? Welcome to the group day that you had. You had a few welcome to the group tasks.
Yeah, I did. One of them was extremely scary. RPG, the reason I called you because I was scared to go into your house by myself because I didn't want anybody to, think that I was a burglar of some, or,
Those signs scared the shit out of you is what it was.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that we asked him to go into a room where there was a lady asleep and look at the TV and tell us if it had HDMI input on it.
And I tried to call her, so just go, hey, there's going to be someone you don't know creeping by you in the dark, stealing the TV. Don't panic. She didn't pick up the phone.
Oh,
yeah, so you went in on that cold call.
Yeah, dude, it was absolutely terrifying. I was not sure if I would be here tonight because I might have been in jail.
Nice.
Well, you're still going to jail, but, we'll finish
For different reasons, though.
Have you ever woke up and somebody stolen your TV?
No.
No. I got a story from college, but I didn't go to college. I just lived with my sister and woke up to a guy in my room just going through Peanut. This guy that used to come to the parties all the time. He was like a fucking baser, but yeah, I wake up and there he is. Just taking my shit.
Smokey!
Yeah. Didn't end well, but
My TV, boy.
he didn't steal out of our house no more.
I imagine Knuckles met Temple.
A few different things happened.
That dude smashed that TV across Stacy's face and
No,
never
hey,
came
like-
back. He's
'cause,
like, I'm leaving.
During those days, I sleep naked, right?
Those days.
I'm like 20. So I'm sleeping naked in the bed, and I hear something on the other side of the room. My room ain't but me to you. It ain't that big. And I open my eyes, and there's a small black dude going through my shit in my room. And I was like, am I actually, seeing
Like
this?
Leprechaun small?
No.
2'3" guy.
like Kevin Hart small,
Oh, okay. So, you're like, I could take him, but what are you doing?
Yeah, then you get, he's woke up this naked dude who's coming at him. And the dude's high out of his mind. So, how does that go down?
Yeah, he threw that TV right at you.
Joey, you should shoot a short
Hustled
film
out the
about
rim.
it. That's a good movie.
Okay, so anyways, we are Outkast Paranormal. This is our new podcast. And we're going to introduce ourselves for those who may not know. And RPG, you're going to start. So we'll go around the table.
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves. Tell everybody a little bit who you are. Sell me RPG.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what we hope to be something really magical for you to tune in that really feels much more like the truth because we ain't gonna bullshit. I've been a paranormal explorer since I was a fucking kid, and I don't know how many people would go into that scary house that everyone's like, I ain't going in there. I would go in by myself. I would go in by myself when it was dark, and I just kept pushing it. That led to an awesome career on TV working on Finding Bigfoot, which is fucking rad. I basically got my PhD in squatching on that, just traveling all over, and I don't know, man, that first time we went out on that show and I heard something coming down from the mountain, first time, I was like, I was hooked forever. It's like catching like a really big fish or something. Anyway, then I even got to be on Expedition Bigfoot, and I fucking got sick and bailed out right when I was at the pearly gates, right when I had my kids, my family, everything was peaking. I was about to go pro and collapse. And now here I am fucked hanging out with these knuckleheads. So let's hope that I didn't go there, because here is where I was truly meant to be.
Here sounds better.
For sure.
I'll give away a secret. Here, you want a secret that is like I'm not supposed to say? I love you guys. No.
That's
no,
a secret.
No, I was actually told by one of the people on that show, Ryan, you got lucky. And for me, that's like, I don't care who you are, like when you make it in your life or believe you've made it and then you lose it and you lose it in front of fucking everybody, it's horrible. And she said, you were lucky. And I went, that's really interesting. And I go, why? She, and she says, this is why you don't get high and do a show. This is why you don't get high.
Not to throw any names out.
Well, I just like to be honest.
She told me.
Yeah, like she just said, when she really tries to be in the scene and really smile and love it, TV doesn't want that. They're not ready for that. They want them to be serious. They want people to take it serious, so they must be a certain way. And she has one of the most amazing spirits ever. If they let her fly, that show would truly even have larger wings. So anyway, and that made me feel better about it. And that's something like, I'm not trying to bust anybody, but honestly, I want to do stuff where I can be me. And I'm a fucking weirdo, like I'm into this shit. I'm the weird guy. Yeah, I look like a jock and whatever, but I'm not. I fucking played with Legos through college. I skipped dates to play with Legos. Anyway, yeah, man, and go Patriots.
Go Patriots. How the
What
fuck
the
are you
fuck?
in with
What
that?
the fuck is going on right
You're in
now?
Florida now, bro.
The Florida swamp.
Yes.
Go Patriots.
Go Patriots. Like,
I'm not from New England.
there you go. Get you some of
That
that.
was good time.
Oh, goodness.
So, how did you get on Finding Bigfoot? How did you land that?
My brother and I had a pilot for our own show with our family, Monster Brothers. And we were pitching it, and then Spike TV actually was like super into us and was like, okay, we love you guys, but you're unknown, so we want to see some more tape. And we said, great. So who in the Bigfooting world at that time was the kind of character that we wanted to showcase? Big energy, big fun, like people, big characters, the Paul Bunyan of it. And that's where, through Josh's editing, this guy Jensen, an editor, he introduced these guys. You got to meet this dude, James Bobo Fay. He's exactly you guys, just, And so he connected us. And then we met up at Mount Pena, just north of Los Angeles, and we went out with him and Yammers. And what we did was just legendary. That's all I can say, because I know we all have the partying days, but we fucking partied so hard and yet filmed that what we did was earn Bobo's respect, because he's like, I have never got that fucked up and filmed and like made it come out good. Like we were showing to him because we were already cutting it the next day. Remember when you're young and you got fucking shit done? Like, dude. And he was just, and ever since then we were friends. And so then guess what? Our show goes nowhere because we're a bunch of nobodies. So they steal it and make another show out of it with these two African-American gentlemen that it went nowhere either. And
What show was that?
and then, oh God, I what the hell's the name of it?
Was it a cryptid show?
Yeah, it was a cryptid show, and dude, they even stole our graphic novel Open. Pitching that, they took it, they did everything. Real and Chance, was it Real and Chance? Cryptid Hunters? It was some lame ass thing.
What did it come on?
God, all over my face. It fucking pissed me off. It was so horrible. Dude, it was horrible.
You thought that was so good. Thank you.
Yeah, what the hell was I rambling about? Because, yeah, that just
stole
pissed me
it.
off.
They stole it.
So our show didn't go.
Just like the TV.
They stole it? Yeah, they stole it and it didn't go. And then,
You tried to steal.
yeah, you tried. You almost got,
Yeah.
welcome to the swamp, go Pats.
Go back.
That's your Patriots.
Oh, for God's sake.
much.
Wait, so anyway, his show goes, and he calls me up after they had done a few episodes, and he just goes, dude, this is a fucking grind, and I just need your positivity and your fun, just because you'll find a way to enjoy it, so come on out. I need a friend. It's basically like you calling it,
Wow.
you.
So that's how you got on.
And that's how I got on. And here's where the other kicker is. This is why you never fucking give up on life. I had sold a show to MTV. I was an executive producer, creator, director, living in New York in the fucking most expensive part. Like, I had made it. And I moved to California, and I was a nobody. They hated me for it. I went on all these interviews to be a showrunner. Like, dude, if you do it, you can do it. If you can't, you can't. And nothing. And on that show, so my big break was to be I went from the top to a PA, and I had to swallow my fucking pride and work my way all the way up. And
Back down to the bottom again.
all the way to the bottom from the
Wow.
from the top.
And here we are waiting to be his friend. Like fucking scum in the bottom of a pond.
I
love
sure
how
hope RPG likes me.
Yeah.
God.
He's like, fuck, I'm with you guys.
No, I love it. You guys, but here's what you guys have that almost nobody else has: like legit being real and being truthful and honest in this world. There's so much illusion and lies, and nobody knows what's real. We feel real. You guys are genuine, and like I respect that. You know, great.
Well, like the TV world's rough. You know, those people are. You know, it's a cutthroat thing.
It's scripted reality.
It's scripted.
It's massaged.
All of them are scripted, guys.
It's
Sorry,
massaged.
man.
Mountain Monsters isn't real.
No.
Bro, do you know how many people think that show is real?
The ones that watch wrestling, yeah.
I guess so.
Wait, are you trying to say wrestling's not real?
Oh shit. Sorry. Listen, Santa Claus is real.
So our next host is the furriest, hairiest one next to me. Is Bigfoot himself. Bigfoot,
Hello, hello, hello.
how are you doing?
A little hot from the woodlands, but doing well. Doing
A
well.
little hot from the woodlands, yeah?
Yeah, good from the woodlands today. It was kind of a long ride.
Right, okay.
Drove through there, but
Tell us about yourself, Bigfoot.
Are you having a heart attack?
sometimes.
Did you?
Oh, so Bigfoot. Skunk ape.
Yeah.
I prefer to be called skunk ape most of the time.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Respect.
I hang out here in Florida. I don't really travel too far.
I get it.
Too cold everywhere else for me.
You look like a California hippie though, with all that long hair.
So that comes with the territory. I do need to blend in every now and again. The only people that have found me, obviously, are you guys. Everybody else has been searching for years, and
Yeah.
finally all come up with it.
How does it feel to get chased through the? Did you see that bug just fly in the fire?
I sure did.
He just eat it, bro. But how does it feel? All right, I always wanted to ask you this question. To get chased through the woods relentlessly by white people all the time. Like, is this something you enjoy? Or is this like, oh shit, them crazy ass white people are out here again and they just chase me to the ends of the earth?
It's actually pretty fun because they are all super slow. Super slow. Y'all can't get nowhere.
Slow and sweaty.
Right.
Stinky.
It's so easy for me to get around, and then y'all just be like huffing and puffing.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
RPG, the first couple times he was chasing after me, he had almost a heart attack a few times. I had to go pick him up one time, coddle him like a little baby. That's what we do.
Right on, right on. Well, so our next one, Mr. Matt Williamson. Tell us about yourself.
Don't touch the mic. Oh God.
Jesus.
I touched it.
Now you have to play with it.
Just a little bit. Yeah, man. My name's Matt Williamson. I'm a lifetime experiencer. I started experiencing things. Probably the first thing was around like the age of 5, with like living in a haunted house and stuff, and it just went from there to Bigfoot to UFO. And all kinds of stuff in between, man. And I finally got interested enough to start looking into things. It's okay, thank you, appreciate it. Hard story.
Yeah.
Teary-eyed.
I'm here for you, bro.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So
But my mom and I, we ended up going to Stacy Brown event at Crowley.
Ooh.
Is that how first time I met you?
The first time I met you, I was texting you on Facebook asking you
Sexting.
if this stuff would turn into demons or anything like that, because I didn't want to have to deal with that stuff.
Right,
I
right.
don't
And I was
know
like,
that-
is it? And you're like, oh, it's just going to be like a couple orbs if we're lucky. If we're lucky, right? And that's what he told me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then sure enough, my life went freaking haywire. And I reached out to these guys, and we've been friends ever since.
Oh, so after the film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I thought I knew you before the film came out.
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay, but after you watched it, when your life went haywire.
Well,
He's talking about the skunk ape experiments part 1.
all right. So I would have to say that it went.
Or was it for the trip?
It was the trip.
It was the
It was
trip.
the trip more than anything.
Right.
But
He's not talking about skunk ape experiments part 1.
yeah, no, it was. I went on a trip. I went to go film my own film that'll eventually be coming out under OutKast. But what led me to that point was watching the film. Because
Okay.
the very next day, we went out to Colt Creek State Park, right there in the Green Swamp by Lakeland after the convention.
Right.
I tried to get you to go with me,
Yeah, yeah.
and you couldn't make it. And we went out there that day and had like this crazy intense knocking experience back and forth. They were like, I would do like 1, 2, and they would go 1, 2, 3, and we were sat there and played a game for about like 10 minutes.
Wow.
And it's all on film,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
seen it.
and which was weird because I was like, oh man, this is because how we kind of did that was I was messing around in with dowsing rods the night before, and I was like, oh, should we go out and go bigfooting? And it's like, yeah, like, oh, are we gonna see a Bigfoot or anything? It was like, yeah, and I'm like, oh,
Now wait, do you usually get answers from it? Like that's normal for you to be when it says it, you get chills and you're like, oh shit.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a cool gift.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a gift. It's just using a tool.
yeah, but I've tried to do it and
He's
it
a
doesn't
tool.
work for me. Yeah, I am the tool. You know,
Yeah.
for kids it works.
So that experience is what led me to go, okay, well, now I really want to film and try and do this again, but really try and film it better this time.
All right.
And then that was when I recorded that audio,
Yeah.
the singing audio, which is according to Doug Highcheck, 3 different Bigfoots singing
Right.
together in complete harmony at the same time, but from 3 different locations.
Wow.
Those are my cousins.
Oh, your cousins. Okay.
They had
Yeah,
a
yeah.
beautiful voice.
They do. They have a band.
It almost lured me out there to my death.
It's what they do.
Okay.
They won't kill you.
That was a little loud.
That was very loud.
I think the preset ones on that recorder are like super loud. So like there'll be some fine tuning we had to do with this equipment because, like I said,
Audience on cocaine.
yeah,
They got excited.
yeah, we're definitely like 5 hours out of the box into recording and setting all this up.
Is that too loud or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
Okay, I'm letting it go.
It's ambiance.
He speaks.
He's not mute.
He's not. So, well, yeah. Why don't you, Joseph Badia, like Medea, but Badia,
Yeah, so that's Joseph, Joey,
Joey?
Badia,
Badia. All right, I learn something every day.
Media.
Yeah.
Huh.
I am a first and foremost skeptic. Filmmaker, photographer,
Father.
father, husband,
Okay.
lover.
Husband to another husband.
It is whatever, dude.
I mean,
It's 2023, Bigfoot. Get up with the times here, bro. So, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen? You've been to the Conjuring House. You've
Have.
been to the what was that place we went in Kentucky?
Oh,
The Goblin Mines.
why can't we think of the name of it?
Waverly Hills.
Yes, that's it.
Waverly Hills. I was disappointed.
Yeah, I was too.
Really?
I was disappointed.
Don't go to Waverly Hills.
Like I know people like swear up and down, but bro, I think it's a leaky ass building. He proved it.
I scared the shit out of the tour guide.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
When?
they were walking with the lights, and she was tour.
Oh yeah, right.
I walked off down the hallway by myself in the dark, and I come walking the other way from everybody else, and she screamed. She was like, "What the fuck?"
it's like prop actors don't do this. What's going on?
So the coolest part about Joey is he is a skeptic, yet he has seen one of the most elusive cryptids on the planet. Swears up and down by it.
Yep.
Buddy's a skeptic to all the
I
other.
can't even
cryptids.
remember what it's called now. I'll have to
Yeah,
pull
it's
it.
Wait,
like-
well, tell.
Yeah, you
So-
have
Okay,
to.
so I'm sitting. This is like,
I'll look it up.
Boring.
yeah, I know. It's like 2013, 2012, something like that. I'm in Germany. I was stationed in Germany, and I went in for PT in the morning. And I got there early. It starts about 6 o'clock. I got there probably, I don't know, 5 to beat traffic. So I pull in the parking lot, and it's dark, low light in the parking lot. Park my car, and I kind of kick my seat back and just take a little nap, and close my eyes, and my car shook. And I opened my eyes, and on the hood of my car is, the only way I can describe it is it was like a badger, right? But I don't think they have badgers in Germany. I don't know. I might be wrong, but it was like all black, but no white on it like a badger has. It was just straight black. Turned its head at me, and it hissed, and it jumped off into a bush. And I'd never seen it after that. So later on, we're sitting around a fire table, kind of similar to this, having drinks, and one of my buddies is married to a German chick. And I was telling them about it, and she said, like your Bigfoot? That's our Bigfoot. And I was like, no, I really saw this. And she's like, yeah, people see them all the time, but they don't exist. So I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
The Boghoff?
So you saw a honey badger Bigfoot?
No, it's like Bigfoot.
It's a cryptid like
It's not a relative of yours. It's
I was
different.
right, like a honey badger different.
yeah, I guess. Yeah. But it was like a solid black badger.
Like something like
But-
that, right?
Yeah, something similar to that. Yeah.
How big was
I think
it?
it's the Boghoff.
It was,
is
well,
what it is.
I mean, the hood of my car, probably about the size of this table, and
Huh.
it was, it covered the whole,
Oh, wow.
the whole hood.
Oh, so it was a nice size.
Yeah.
Would you a pygmy Black Panther? Would that kind of fit it? Because that tail is different. That almost looks aquatic. The tail.
Yeah, I don't know if this is also. I also
Like a
don't know
river
if this
otter,
is
like a
right
big
or
ass-
cryptid.
No, I mean,
A red-footed tortoise?
I've never seen a badger before, other than pictures, but
Yeah, but that he showed me, that looks
Yeah, I think
like
I
a
may
cat.
have the wrong one.
What's that beast that was terrorizing everyone that they did Brotherhood of the Wolf after?
it is, here, I've got it right here. It is a
Walpertinger?
Gulon.
No.
Gulon? This thing.
How do you spell it?
Gulon.
Gulon.
You saw that? That's
He's seen the fucking Gulon, cuz.
oh my god!
Whoa. That's incredible.
Did you get any of the Gulon on you?
That's cool, man.
The Gulon is not a face cream.
Is it Gulon?
Now, backing that up, I'm still a skeptic. I think it was just a badger, but it was a
They're
weird-looking
saying-
badger.
The Wolverine is the most likely explanation.
Do they have Wolverines in Germany?
Wow, that's really cool.
I don't know, but they got a picture of it under the Cryptid Wiki.
The Gulon.
I think they do play the Hugh Jackman wolf.
But see, I wouldn't have thought any different of it. I would have been like, oh, there's a fucking badger on my hood. But that chick was like, we don't have those here. You saw the German Bigfoot.
Wow.
Like, she was like convinced. She was
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
you
what
know
she
he
saw.
did it. He just drops this on me after knowing him for like a year.
What? Dude, that is amazing. That's amazing.
I think we were at a funeral, and you told me. I think we were at the.
We were literally at a funeral when I told you that.
I think you were. I think we
No
were.
better time.
He's the only person in the world at that time, right before, that wasn't getting high. He was actually sleeping.
Yep.
I would have been.
Now, there were absolutely no scratches in my hood,
Right.
which it had some weight to it, probably my size.
What?
Oh wow.
Like,
okay.
I mean, it had some weight.
So
It shook
small.
my car, you know what I'm saying? It didn't dent the hood. It didn't scratch the hood, nothing. And it was a darker gray colored car.
It just jumped out of a tree.
No, there was no trees.
Then
there
how
was,
did it get
there
onto
was,
your hood?
like knee high. I don't know. It fucking
belly
jumped
crawled.
up from the
Oh,
ground.
jumped
or-
up on your hood. Wow, that scared
yeah.
the shit
The
out of me.
only
That's bigger than a
vegetation
badger.
was like
That's
Yeah.
bigger than a badger.
there was like knee-high bushes in the parking lot, and then like light posts, and that was it.
Huh.
I don't even think a badger or a wolverine could actually jump that high.
There's only like 300 Wolverines in the wild, anyways.
And this
Like, what
was
are the
not the
fucking-
wild. This was this is in Grafenwehr, Germany.
You were in town, basically.
It was in the middle of an army base. I mean, there is a big training
Ooh,
area that's a
that's
forest
Yeah.
right next to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's tanks and shit parked
Bro,
all
they're
around
only
me.
in. They're only in, I guess, according to this, Canada and Alaska with smaller populations than Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming.
But a Wolverine is not as big as him. A Wolverine's
Fuck no, Wolverine ain't that big. But they're saying that's the most likely explanation, right?
What?
Because they always
But
got to have the skeptical angle.
But it would have to be an all-black one. They would have had a pigmentation that. Well, I guess that's not.
Well, there'd have to be
rare-
Wolverines in Germany first.
Or,
I
but
guess so, right? You know.
A different continent.
But no, there doesn't, because
one
there's
of those
always
they
rich
just bring 'em
people
over.
that they either get out or they just release them or they get drunk and something. Like, I think that shit happens more often than not.
Yeah, like pythons in South Florida.
Pythons in South Florida, except that's a perfect habitat for them. It's not like.
Oh my God, they got a python up by damn goose pasture, bro.
Yeah.
12-footer on game cam.
Really?
Yeah,
Isn't that's not too cold?
North of here, bro.
What are they doing?
So think about that. Think about you live in the middle, cuz.
Yeah.
I hate that shit, dude. Like them big ass snakes. I ain't with that.
That's crazy.
I don't
Oh,
like
they're
snakes to
adapting.
begin with, you know. But hey, so back to that. I ramble. What do you think that, like, if you were to go back to Germany and look for that thing, how do you think you would do it? Because you know it's real, right? You know what you saw was real. Wasn't a misinterpretation, any of that shit.
Right.
How do you think you would catch that? Live bait?
Sleeping in your car again?
Hiss off?
I don't know, because I don't know. I would probably treat it, and I'm not a hunter, so I don't know, but I would treat it like a panther in Florida. Because
Okay.
it looked predatory.
Yeah,
It's obviously rare to see it,
right.
so I would treat it like a panther. Like, I've seen like maybe one panther in my whole life, so
Okay.
Did
You
it
know,
move like that? Was it feline in its gait?
it did. Well, like when it hissed, it kind of reminded me of a cat, but it wasn't a cat. Like,
Describe the mouth and the eye, like anything you.
I mean, literally a badger. Like when I see a picture of a badger, that's
Oh.
that's what I saw. Like
Huh. Okay.
so I've never seen any kind of animal like, what was that?
That was a weird
you
sound.
hear that?
Little snort action
We are cohabitating.
with chickens.
Why are we worried about sounds and Bigfoot sitting at the table with us?
I don't know. What was it, Bigfoot?
I've got us all under control. Nobody's going to mess with us this evening. You're all safe.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Well, anyway, congratulations. That's literally amazing, and to remain a skeptic after having a Class A or whatever you want to call it sighting it's fucking wow.
It is always amazing to see honey badgers. I've always loved it myself.
In the middle of a base.
I think the biggest lead out of this is when Joey was sleeping, he woke up and saw a honey badger on his hood.
so hold on. Bigfoot's a skeptic?
Not of Bigfoot.
He's not
himself.
looking for Bigfoot.
Well, right. First of all, this just isn't something we do. I'm not jumping on hoods of cars and just waking Joey up because he's sleeping on duty. That's a honey badger move for sure. So I believe we've stomped this, and honey badger it is.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Well, we'll call that one drunk at work.
And drunk at work, yeah.
Very mythical creature though, the honey badger.
Now, it's cool when you get something like that and people don't believe you. Did the girl believe you?
I don't. She was trying to convince me that I saw a cryptid.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'd say she was aware of it,
She
and
was on board. Now, so is there a lot of other game in... Like, is there a lot of game to be a predator of in Germany? Because from what I understand in Europe, like, they almost fucking hunted everything out.
I know they have wolves. The wolves were coming back.
Oh, okay.
So
So they got, like, a deer population and shit
yeah,
over there.
yeah.
Okay, right on. Yeah, I don't know. You know, you hear about Germany and, like, potato famine and all kinds of stuff, so I don't even know what that place is like.
See, I would be so fascinated to. Do you have any connect to that? Because you said something we just kept going, which was, yeah, I was in the middle of a base. I mean, that doesn't raise red flags. Like right there in the middle of a base, you saw a mythological creature. And honestly, Joey, I would believe you if you said it. Like, if you're a liar, the world really sucks. Like,
So
Right.
you know.
So I've been stationed I was stationed at White Sands Missile Range, which is it's a testing base. They test weapons and stuff. So everything's top secret out there,
Roswell, bro.
right? Yeah, it's close to Roswell.
there you go.
They're testing.
There was
German Cryptid out
definitely stuff going on out there that I was not privy to see. They would not let us see. I can't talk about like all kinds of different stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Germany at Grafenwehr is not like that. Grafenwehr is strictly like training, like maneuvers and stuff like that. There's no like testing going on out there or anything. So I wouldn't say that would the two correlate.
But even just a small test group, like 20 people that have been there over the 20 years, did anyone else see it? Because, dude, that's so... Like, that's in...
Like, how did it get out? There's a fence around the space, right?
You're not in the woods.
Well, it's definitely popular.
Well, no,
They're
you are in the
calling it
woods in some
German
parts, right?
Bigfoot.
There'll be some woods on there.
Yeah, I mean the training area is a forest. So I mean, and everything's connected. There's fences, but it's not like you couldn't climb the fences.
So the thing could have crawled in and got out easily.
Yeah.
It's
Was
just...
there barbed wire on the fences? Because it's a military base, so they have to keep that protected, right?
See, I'm not been in the military. I don't know
can't
shit about a
remember.
military base.
To be honest, I can't remember. Like maybe the front of the base had barbed wire, but the training area side, I don't know.
Barbed wire is pretty amateur for us. I don't usually leave a lot of hair on the barbed wire.
Yeah,
I do.
true.
You ever ripped your gooch?
Once or twice, but never on
Even a
barbed
little
wire.
more than hair.
I left 3 kids on the damn fence.
It's rough when you rip your gooch. Just
Do you just turn into orb form and then just go through the fence?
Things are secretive a little bit with what I do. Don't worry about it. Just know you ain't gonna catch me more than this one time here with y'all.
So, hey, at White Sands, did you ever hear any stories? Like, I mean, you're in the military there's got to be guys like me in there.
No, there's not.
But
Not at all.
It's all real men.
None whatsoever like you, bud.
Nobody questions. Like, nobody talks about, oh, hey, you know what I heard? Happened down at Roswell. You got nothing on that?
No, they vax them for that. The questions end.
Gotcha.
No, I mean, I was in the Army, so
Right.
I think all that Roswell stuff's more like Air Force kind of
Gotcha.
stuff. So I don't know.
Well, here's why I like your honey badger, because this animal...
Gulon.
Gulon, sorry.
Gulon.
The
This is why I
Gulon.
like your honey badger.
Now, the Gulon, right? But think about it.
On a honey badger,
That's not
baby.
smart behavior. Like it ran into you. Like why, if you're a predator, you want to minimize risk, and it got up. You weren't even a problem. You were literally like, "Fuck off, world!" And this thing comes up and goes, "Hey, bitch, what's your name?" And then ran off.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me that says government experiment that got loose. And they're like, "Oh shit, we got to get the Gulon." More than like this predator that no one can see that would just jump on your hood, wake you up to be seen, and then run off. It's just bizarre. It's just so bizarre to me, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome, but there's something weird about it.
Right.
So like 45 seconds ago, he said, I trust this man's story. It's the truth. And then he's like, you know what? But something's off. This is
Sounds a little bullshitish. to me.
Joey, the thing about your honey badger is...
It's a Gulon!
Once again, it's not actually the Gulon. It was a, how do you say it? Honey badger, bro.
All right.
But I actually do have a serious question, though. How long did it stay on your hood for? Like, was it looking at you purposely with an intent, or did it just kind of hop up on there and then hop right back off?
So I was
a truffle
I was
shuffle.
laying back in the seat reclined. It jumped on, and I immediately was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I sat up, and when I sat up, it turned its head, looked at me, hissed, and then
Oh, so when it jumped on there, it didn't know you were in a car.
Yeah,
Possibly.
that's why
What
I
kind of
asked.
car?
this was a Civic Coupe.
A Civic Coupe. Okay, so they drive Hondas in Germany.
Yes, they have cars in Germany.
Yeah, but you
In
don't know.
2014, they were driving the 2028. So.
Like,
I'm taking the horse to work, honey.
De Wulana. So you said you lived in like a Danish village or something like that, didn't you?
No, I lived.
Not a
I lived,
Danish.
I lived in
It
a
was a
German
croissant
village.
village.
Hey, I was in Germany and I lived in one of those little Danish villages.
Did you live in a big shoe with all these kids?
Old Mother Hubbard, guys. That's
Oh,
old
in a
Mother
cog.
Hubbard.
But now that seems feline to me, because your hood, you had just parked, so the hood was warm, right? And it was early morning.
Yeah,
Oh, how cold?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Wait, you're on bed. What the fuck are you sleeping in your truck for?
Because I was there early.
No housing.
Because I lived like 25
He's in
kilometers
the army and
out,
he's homeless.
and like
I
traffic
had
would
to
get
sleep
backed
in my
up.
pickup
Yeah.
truck every day.
Yeah, because like coming on base, when you go through the gate, it's like a single lane trying to get in,
Right.
but everybody lives off post. So
Except for-
Gotcha.
leave early, get through the line, and just be there. So that's what I was
All
doing.
right. Wow, that's cool, man.
So after it jumped off, where did it run, or did you not see it anymore?
So I mean, I didn't see where it went, but I felt like it like jumped off into the bush that was right next to my car. I was like in a corner parking spot, and there's like bushes around it. So.
Okay.
You didn't get out and look for it?
Fuck no, I didn't get out of the car.
It was his size. Like, imagine waking up to that. What the?
Yeah, hey, what was the hiss like?
You didn't report it?
No,
I didn't go tell nobody. Probably a smart thing.
no, I was. Hey, this thing jumped on the hood, and they'd be like, "Shut up,
Yeah, no doubt.
do push-ups."
Smacked him around.
I was jerking my Gulon.
Don't you tell anybody about this.
What did
That
you say?
Gulon is secret.
Did you say he wanted to run a lot today? Okay, I think that's what I heard. I think that's yeah. Get the fuck out of
It's
my
all,
office.
oh, you run. You run.
Yeah, man. So, I guess with you being in the military, what do you think about these balloons? What's everybody think about these balloons? These UFOs. My bad, mate. The UFOs. UFO deal.
I don't think they're shit.
UAPs.
What do you think? You're the believer. What do you think, man? Because, like, seriously, all right, the government's been the Chinese spy balloon come across first, and they shot down something over Alaska, right? Shot something down over the Yukon, and then shot something down over Lake Huron.
Mm-hmm.
Weird lasers came from the sky in Hawaii.
Yeah, that part.
for sure.
But the thing over Lake Huron was like some hobby balloon, I think, is what they're saying.
Like a $7 balloon shot down with a 400.
Don't cut it short. It bitch was 12.
Right, $12.
It's a $12
$12
fucking balloon. You know?
For me, it's only like $7. You're $12. $7.
They shot $800,000 worth of missiles at that thing.
But that's it. That's your answer.
What do you mean?
Cha-ching. Where's all these companies that make all these weapons? Where does that go? They have to spend it. It has to go.
Also, add to that, that was the first time ever in history that NORAD has actually shot something down.
Ooh, that's
Ever.
interesting. Huh.
So these $12 balloons are scary enough to have us shooting missiles.
Let me, in layman's terms, skeet shooting for the government
Skeet, skeet, baby.
With an F-22.
with an F-22. We wouldn't do it if we had that, and we're like, fuck it, let's get in the
No,
jet
I
and blow
wouldn't
something up
do
in the
it.
sky.
Like, with
Come
the
on.
stuff going on around the rest of the world, I wouldn't be wasting my shit.
Right.
Oh,
You may need to use that missile
mean-
for something different.
Yeah, you may need to use it for some good, you
Right.
know? But, like, okay, so then today they come out and they're talking about they called off the search. They're not looking for the other craft, right? So, not saying it's UFOs. I know the UFO community, for whatever reason, whether they want to believe or whatever, they're very wishy-washy with their views on the government, right? So, like, they'll tell you the government's hiding it, covering it up, calling them all liars and stuff like that, and then they turn it around and believe in the government. You know, it's like, oh, the government said UFO. Did you hear that? You know, they're finally going to tell us. Like, for the first time ever, we've been able to shoot the fucking things down all in a week. And then Biden comes out. He's like, it's not a UFO. You guys are fucking mentals. And then they go back to, hey, we called off.
Calling the kettle black.
Hey, well, skits. Skits. That's its own. That's separate from mentals, right?
Barely.
Like, I'm still,
What does shaking hands with ghosts qualify as?
I don't know, sad.
friendly.
It's sad. Yeah. Hey, what if he does see ghosts?
Hey, dude, I don't really doubt it. When, you know, you're that old and you're that close to the end of your veil.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Like, what if you got, like, because my grandma said that my grandpa came to her before she died. Right? You ever heard anybody talk about that shit?
I have.
Yeah.
Well, that's real, man. Like, you
Might be.
start seeing, like,
Once you start passing over.
yeah, and then,
There's also the DMT drip though that begins to
yeah,
come.
but this
and
is
go.
days before, bro. Is it
You
releasing
can-
like that,
you
or
can-
is it?
But who knows? Maybe everyone's different. Maybe she's the rare one where it hits a little harder because that delirium. You know, like my grandpa he would sit up and he was reaching and like emoting but couldn't speak to somebody. He was seeing something.
Right.
And why would unless we just go with he's just lost his mind. I just rather believe he's literally seeing through the veil. and like seeing them, you know, even if he's willing it into existence.
Well, I always hated that, you know, because like, say I'm colorblind, and they're telling me, oh, you see the colors wrong. No, I'm seeing them the color I'm telling you. I'm not seeing them wrong. I'm perceiving it differently,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
just your
who's
way.
to tell that person that thing ain't really there just because you're not seeing it?
100%, yeah.
I guess so. If you're outside of the normal, you're wrong.
To an asshole.
Yeah, oh, well, to the general public, you know. So it's like I can't play in reindeer games. These motherfuckers just picking on me because I got a red nose.
But then eventually you come through, little Rudolph, with your nose so bright.
Yeah, and that's the issue. Because like when I do come through, fuck y'all. I'm gonna turn my nose off. Santa,
Selfish bastard.
I'm gonna fly this fucking sleigh in the side of a mountain because y'all ain't done nothing but talk shit for months, bro.
You're in the reindeer games now. What else do you want?
I don't
you
know. We're rambling. You know, the last person we did not introduce is back there in the shadows. Our mute friend.
Lurch.
Yes, Mr. Paul Sanson. How's it going, Paul?
What's up, everybody?
Squatch van.
Yeah, with the Squatch van.
Yeah.
Best van in Squatching right there. Tell us about the additions you just put on. Come on, tell us how small your dick is.
I got that the other day. I just passed somebody and he stuck his hand out the window. He was like, I didn't even drive past him fast or anything. You just offended at it, you know?
That is awesome.
He didn't even have to say it. He just
No.
did like that. And you're like, how the fuck did you know?
Like,
He's like, that thing's so tiny.
But the head is like this.
let me take it out and smack you in the face with it.
Jeez, man.
No, you just lift. Dude, last time I saw it was sexy, but now it's like robust sexy. I mean, it's up.
Yeah.
Right, is this penis? You're talking about Paul's wiener right
I
now,
want to
bro?
say he's talking about the van, but I'm not sure.
So I want you to know.
Why can't I talk about both?
The last time I saw your cock,
Multitasking.
Paul, it was glorious.
You never know with RPG.
All right,
What
fuck it.
he's
Your van
talking
looks
about.
great. Never mind.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Paul, have you ever seen a weird cryptid?
Just you running around the woods.
Okay, just me,
That's about
just
it,
me.
yeah.
That works.
The Stacy Brown cryptid.
Well, hey, does anybody got a story for us or anything else? We went over the Gulon.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. Unexpected. Good job, Joey.
Yeah, we didn't introduce you.
Yeah. I'm Stacy Brown.
Boring.
Yeah, Bigfoot researcher. Boring. Typical nut
Unfuckable
job.
white guy.
No, tell him more. Tell him how dynamic you are.
You're
Unfuckable white
typical
dudes.
unfuckable white dude.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe Rogan. Like to make films, like to hunt Bigfoot, like to play music. I hate to talk about myself. I can't believe I asked y'all to do it now at this point. It's like, fuck, now I'm talking about myself.
Like me a big old man, because I'm fucking gay. Like me a big old man, because I'm fucking gay.
Well, you can say it in so many words. I don't know if you really had to play it twice. That was a little fucking much. Yeah, I would probably say my Gulon story would be a ghost I seen at the Lizzie Borden house. Because I didn't think ghosts were real. And that was I still expect somebody to come forward and tell me that was them. But, so me and Bill Brock had got hired to do a live stream event for the Dark Zone, right? Dark Zone's like a paranormal social channel or some shit, and they were doing these pay-per-view events. They did one at The Conjuring, and they were following it up with Lizzie Borden House. And so they have these people buying pay-per-view tickets to watch this investigation at Lizzie Borden House all weekend. And so it was almost like a conference, right? Because we would have to set up interviews and let Susan Slaughter interview the people during the day. And then like one day they did a mock trial of Lizzie Borden, right?
That's cool.
They had like characters in there dressed up, like they were from the time and all that. And then we had cameras in every single room. So after all that shit was over from like I want to say 10 to 9 or something, whatever the time was that they did the events during the day, be a little bit investigation at night, and then you just watch the cameras. So you're sleeping on camera. They didn't air the cameras that were in the bathrooms, or either they didn't put cameras in there. But
There's a lot of ectoplasm.
Yeah, one of
The one room that's safe, folks. Go into the bathroom.
You would have a safe room.
Yeah,
you could walk into, but there's like 4 stories, I think, in this place. And so we never really slept, right? You would get like an hour, 2 hours tops, and it'd be like, oh, camera fucking 20's down. And you got to run up there, all up the stairs. You're doing whatever and come back. But then the last day, Ken DaCosta, a guy from up in the Northeast, his little group was coming in to hunt, you know?
Yeah.
And we were getting ready for the night investigation, and I'm over at the table putting all my gear on, right? I got this huge vest. There's like a transmitter because of my camera that I'm carrying around. I'm broadcasting all over the world from that camera. You know, it's broadcasting to LA.
Wait, you got a big boy? You're not like...
No. I got it wasn't that big of a camera, but it was a rig, right? Like I had a bunch of shit on it. And
That's
I
pretty
think
cool.
I may have been using my Canon, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Shame on you, right, Joey? Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on me.
Disgusting.
A plug for Sony real quick.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta balance it out. Yeah. But anyways, so I'm setting all that up, and Bill Brock and Ken DaCosta and this guy that puts on Salem Con, I think he was like a preacher, Catholic priest or some shit like that. They're over there talking, and it's like they're like in a triangle form, right? Just talking, and I see this woman behind him. She's got her hands behind her back, and she's just looking up at him. You know, short lady. She's just looking up at him, not saying shit, and she looks like I'm looking at y'all now. You know what I mean? She doesn't look like see-through or none of that shit that's on, you know, the
Ghostbusters? Which...
yeah, nothing like that. And so I turn back around, won't think shit of it, right? And I'm just going back to putting my shit together and getting ready. And then they go to leave, right? I'm checking everybody's audio. They go upstairs, and I tell that priest, I was like, hey, I need to mic that actress up. I was like, what are y'all doing with her, by the way? Nobody said nothing to me about an actress. It's just supposed to be them. The doors are locked, right? And they're like, what lady? And then as soon as he said that, it was just like all the blood just like rushed out of my head. And I was like, oh my God. I started feeling like I was about to pass out, right? And I'm like, bro, there was a lady. She was dressed in the clothing. I thought it was an actress that y'all had, you know, coming on. And so then I get extremely nauseous. And I go outside and I'm starting to throw up. And he comes out there. He's like, this is what happens when you see him. They drain your, you know, thing. And I just had this conversation with him. I was like, I just want to see a ghost. Right? I don't really care to come in here and bother them. But I think I would, you know, I would feel so grateful to just see one. And I was just having this conversation with him 10, 20 minutes earlier, right? And he starts bringing that shit up. And he's like, yo, you know, you just said you wanted to see it. I was like, well, she didn't even look at me or acknowledge I was there. He goes, yeah, but you seen her. He said, nobody else seen her. And I start throwing up, you know. And then I see this light hit. And Susan starts talking. Oh, one of our cameramen just went down, because we were about to go on, right?
Yeah.
And then this is how they start the evening.
That's wonderful.
Well, yeah, for them. Yeah, I was like,
I'll be right there. I'll be right there.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want a fucking camera in my face right now. Like, give me a break, dude.
Man.
But yeah, that was it.
That is, so was that like, you know, for me, I'm thinking like if I ever like really see a Bigfoot, like you saw your Gulon, if I just see one, is that the end, you know? So you saw a full manifestation.
Right.
Did it only make you want it more, or are you kind of like, I'm good with ghosts, you know? Like,
I'm good with life.
Ah, that's interesting.
Is what I took from that.
That's really cool. Actually.
Right. So I really enjoy this. I really enjoy being here. But if I go in a few minutes or whatever,
Yeah.
sure, I'll miss this. But hey, there's something. There's something to do on another plane of existence, and it's more. For me, it was more of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you want to start finding out more because then you start questioning yourself. Like, admittedly, I had no fucking sleep in like a week. Right? I mean, just cat naps here and there. There was never no lay down
After this happened.
before.
Oh, so you were already going into it delirious.
Yes.
And were you doing that on purpose?
No.
To prepare? To
Oh,
No,
hell no.
they were working, right?
I was there making money, bro.
So
I
inadvertently,
think they
the
had,
very
like, 8
lifestyle you were doing got you to a state where you could experience something like this.
Right.
You're kind of sleepwalking almost.
Almost. And then,
Wow.
like,
Well, I want to say that there is a certain thing that, like, after a certain amount of period you've gone without
Good sleep.
good,
sleep. Because I
Like,
did have some.
because you have to hit like REM, I believe,
Right. Well,
for
you know,
you to be able to get actual rest.
I never listened to REM much.
If
Yeah,
you
they
did,
suck.
though,
They suck.
it would put you to sleep.
So
You will go to sleep.
you wouldn't say you don't think that you were hallucinating because of a lack of sleep?
Right, and you were the only one to see it, right?
I was the only one to see it. I'm putting it out there for you.
It's a possibility.
You know what I mean? It is a
Possibility.
possibility. I don't think I was hallucinating because I wasn't tripping or like wasn't that fucking tired.
But what if hallucinating is actually him just being able to see it? So for a moment, whatever his delirium or his just enough tired and out of a focus, relaxed, not worried about the world, and boom, she was there. And then you're like, yeah. I mean, but it didn't matter, right? It was so casual.
No, I didn't even know.
Yeah, she's just, oh yeah, I'm just waiting for the wardrobe and for Josh Watson
Yeah,
to
Did she
fondle my
talk at all
berries.
or
I
anything?
didn't say a fucking word. I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought, here, there she is.
That was just
You know what I mean?
another-
Just somebody's here. You know, no big deal.
So the biggest secret is that when you have the open mind, sometimes folks like myself will reveal ourselves to you.
Okay.
If you don't have that open mind, probably just going to go about my day.
Where's the wisdom?
Words of wisdom from Bigfoot. There you go.
But I also think we take the wisdom from your experience, and when we go on a hunt one time, one of us or all of us try to get to that state you were in where you go, yeah, I feel
Well,
it
hey,
again,
here's the-
and then try to get the experience. What if that works? What if that's one of the keys?
This is the thing I ended up finding out that same weekend, right?
Yeah. There's
Because
a projector hidden in the wall.
no. We then go to Maplecroft, which is the house she bought after the murders, the mansion she built.
Oh,
And we get to stay there for like 3 nights or something. So I'm sleeping in her bed. Right?
Of course.
Right? But
And
then
this is Lizzie Borden's bed?
Lizzie Borden's bed, it was so nice. Like I talk about she's a huge room, and there's like a separate room attached that's like a parlor. Like you just sitting there, you know, yeah, for whatever reason. Like yeah, who does it? But I would sit in that room. I don't like to sit in the house, but I would sit in this room.
Was it a sleep number?
No, it was all like old Victorian furniture and
He
shit.
had tea at noon.
Yes, it's like that, dude.
Tea and crumpets.
But Aleister Crowley would drive himself to exhaustion before he performed his rituals.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that was how you thin the veil. Now, is that, like you said, sleepless, or what would you, lack of sleep caused hallucination? You know,
Or is it a
deprivation.
thinning of the veil?
is it a thinning of the veil?
But look at the link right there. What were you doing at that time? You were super sleepy and tired. Maybe not to the extent he was, but same fucking thing. Basically in between. Boom,
Yeah.
it's there.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that to connect.
So there, we were both
just-
hallucinating.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
You both were under sleep deprivation hallucination.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, well, let's hang it up. We're good to go.
Dr. RPG has figured it out.
And then Bigfoot
And-
fades out, and there's just an empty chair there.
Right.
I am absolutely real.
Okay, so there's no going fading out. You're not cloaking. You're not doing any of that stuff.
I mean, I didn't bring the cloak with me this go around. Maybe next one.
Okay.
I have a question for you, though. please tell me that it's you guys putting on a wolf head, running around doing this dogman bullshit.
So they're just our little. You guys use different words than I do. They're like our little inbred folk, I guess you would call
shallow
them.
gene pool. When
Yeah, like they're our leftovers. Like I accidentally, one guy got a wolf, and next thing you know, we got these little fuckers running around. And I mean, it's purely accidental, but at the same time, it's fun for us as well to watch you guys try to get them.
What happens in Wisconsin stays in Wisconsin?
It is what it is.
I actually do have a dogman story.
Oh. Wait, you've seen one?
No, not that I've seen one, but I prepared one.
Oh.
It's an actual interest. I found it really interesting because there's actual deaths that were recorded to this.
Oh, shit.